We all love our streaming services, but there's one big problem with one of the major ones. I'm going to talk about Disney Plus right now and the one big problem with that streaming service. My name is Tom and this is Tom's Take. And this isn't a hate video. I'm not here to bash on Disney relentlessly. You know, I'm a big fan of Disney. I enjoy Disney Plus. I've enjoyed a lot of their original content they've put on that service. Most of the Marvel and Star Wars stuff I've really liked. But the big problem with Disney Plus and their premium shows, I'm talking about the Marvel stuff and the Star Wars stuff specifically, has been the 6 episodes. And it's just, the 6 episode thing with Disney Plus is an absolute myth. I don't know what the thinking behind it is, aside from just, well, we got to do it to just try and save as much money as we can. And speaking of good content with great length, if you guys haven't been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so you never miss out on my take on all things movies. And the reason it's been a problem is because it feels like they're always rushing towards a finale. The 6 episode thing for Disney Plus, it either feels like with these series, they should just have made the series a movie, like with Obi-Wan, a series I enjoyed. But that really felt like it just should have been a movie. Book of Boba Fett, same thing, even though that was 7 episodes, it still had the same fundamental issues that these shorter seasons have. Because by the time you get to episode 4, episode 5, you can almost feel the writers and the showrunners of these shows put their pedal to the metal and just have to rush to complete some arbitrary finale that's packed with all the information they didn't give you in the first 5 episodes. And then these episodes never have any time to breathe. You don't have any breathing room. Like Miss Marvel is a show that did it the best, in my opinion. That show was very well paced. It was very well written. It felt like they wrote the episodes. They wrote the show for the amount of episodes they knew they were going to have for the most part. The finale, which I did like, still felt a little bit like they were trying to cram everything in it that they hadn't touched on yet in the rest of the episodes. And to be honest with Miss Marvel, even though I consider it the best of the Marvel Disney Plus series so far, that actually could have used more episodes to spend more time with these characters and with this family. And I think it's these character beats that you're missing out on with a lot of these shows. Whereas if you look at something like The Boys or, you know, shows with regular length seasons, you know, 8, 10, 12 episode seasons, you have time to get into more deeper storytelling and more character moments. And again, I've enjoyed most of these shows with the exception of a couple like Loki and Book of Boba Fett, which Loki is, to me, is the worst offender for the 6 episode thing. That should have been a longer series because, and I know they're getting a season 2, but for the 6 episode block that we had, by the time you got to episode 3 or 4 of Loki, you're like, well, they clearly don't have enough time to wrap all this up in a satisfying way. And in my opinion, and you may feel differently, and that's totally fine, the finale episode of Loki didn't have the time it needed to wrap up that season effectively. Because there was all it was a lot of information all at once. Book of Boba Fett was 7 episodes, and you guys know I wasn't a big fan of that series at all. But again, that was another show that even with 7 episodes, still felt like they were rushing towards the finale by the time you got to episode 5 or 5 or 6. And it's especially obvious considering in that show you had 2 episodes that weren't even focused on the character of Book of Boba Fett, and then you had to, in the finale, you know, catch up with all the stuff we had to know before the show ended. And something like Moon Knight had the same problem where the first few episodes, they're pretty well paced. They're, you know, you're moving along. You feel like it's going at a steady pace. And then all of a sudden, by the end of episode 5, you're like, quick, go. Quick, let's get this finale. Let's put in all the information that the audience needs to know because we have to wrap this thing up quick. And I know that it's, you know, a budgetary thing. But it just feels like these shows, at the end of the day, they're not creating and writing these shows around the amount of episodes that they have. It feels to me with the majority of these stuff, even though I like a lot of these shows, it feels like they wrote these shows out and then Disney came in and said, actually, it has to be 6 episodes. So then they have to try and cram, say, an 8 episode thing that they've written out that could be 8 episodes into 6. Or these shows end up feeling like, you know, you didn't really need 3 episodes of that series like Book of Boba Fett. That just should have been a movie. Obi-Wan should have been a movie. And nothing proves that more with Obi-Wan than with that fan edit that came out that was absolutely spectacular. He cut 45 minutes out of Obi-Wan into a 2.5-hour movie. And that fan edit, to me, proved why this 6 episode thing doesn't work. Because it was the 2.5-hour thing, it was well paced, It was edited, and again, it comes down to good writing, and I think editing is the other issue here because they're forced with the finales to have these rapidly edited finales. Anyway, guys, that's my opinion. What do you guys think in the comment section below? Do you think the 6-episode thing has been working? Have they been paced out well? Is it working for you? If it is, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.